I see it's guest spot time for me again. Time for me to grace the pages of the Crypt Keepers magazine with a horror tale from my private collection of spine tinglers here in the Vault of Horror. Yes, I am the Vault Keeper. Come in and lie down on that stretch rack over there. You'll have a ripping good time with this tale of the macabre I am about to relate. I call it, Judy, You're Not Yourself Today. Donald Abelson stood at the door of his lovely little home and kissed his wife goodbye. He was leaving for the office. He looked into her soft brown eyes and whispered the warning he had regularly repeated every morning since they had been married. Goodbye, Judy dear. I'll be home at the usual time. Remember, don't open the door to strangers.
I won't, Don. Goodbye. Don't work too hard.
Judy Abelson watched her husband, Donald, stroll down the small-town street, flag his regular morning bus as it came to the corner, and get aboard. She wafted her usual farewell kiss after him as the bus roared away down the tree-lined street. Then she went inside. She closed the door and sighed.
Poor darling. He worries about me so. Always afraid something might happen to me when he leaves me alone every day. Oh dear, someone's at the door.
Judy opened the door and peeked out. On the steps stood a bent and wrinkled old lady, her head covered with a ragged shawl. As her beady eyes caught sight of Judy, she grinned a toothless grin.
Please, young lady, have pity on a poor old woman who hasn't eaten in 2 days. Spare a crust of bread or a coin, please.
Wait a moment, please.
Judy hurried into the kitchen and got her purse. As she came back through the house,
The poor woman, having to beg from door to door for a bite to eat. I'll just...
You have a lovely home, ma'am, but better still, you have a lovely young body. Just what I've been looking for.
Judy stared into the old woman's bloodshot eyes. Icy fingers clutched at her racing heart.
My body? What do you mean? What do you want?
I am an old woman, child. My body is bent with age, aching with the pain of tired bones. I am going to take your body and give you mine, a fair exchange.
You're joking with me. Here's $1 now. Please go.
No, my dear, I am not joking. You are exactly what I've been looking for.
The gnarled, creased old woman reached out a knotty, wrinkled hand and caught Judy's wrist. She began to utter weird syllables and incoherent jargon. Judy started to feel weak, dizzy. She screamed. Suddenly, everything went black. Judy felt herself falling into the empty velvet black void of unconsciousness. When she came to, she was lying on the floor. She stared down at the familiar rug. Then her gaze fell upon her hand. It was knotty, wrinkled, the hand of an old woman.
No. Oh dear God, no.
Judy scrambled to her feet and stumbled to the mirror above the fireplace. She looked, horrified, at the image she saw. It was the face of a beady-eyed, toothless, bent old lady.
Ah!
Judy rushed to the telephone. Unbearable pains shot like needles through her gnarled and crooked limbs.
Donald, this is Judy. Come home. Quickly. Something horrible has happened.
Meanwhile, a trim young figure moved down the main street of the small town, the stolen body of Judy Abelson.
Didn't even say hello.
Funny, she acted like she never saw us before.
15 minutes later, Donald Abelson burst through the front door of his house.
Judy! Where are you?
Sprawled on the couch in the living room, Donald found a sobbing old woman.
What are you doing here? Where's my wife?
Donald.
The gnarled old woman rushed to Donald and flung her bony arms about his neck.
Oh, Donald. Donald. I am your wife.
What in blazes? Donald stifled the feeling of nausea that swept over him as the old crone kissed his cheeks and wept.
For God's sake, old woman, stop your whimpering and tell me, what did you do with Judy?
I am Judy. Donald. Believe me. I am.
Judy, no longer possessing her young trim body, but that of aged woman, sobbed out the whole story.
And when I regained consciousness, I found myself in her body. Donald, what will I do? What will I do?
Donald listened to the incredible story. He stared at the old woman in disbelief.
I don't believe you. I can't.
Let me prove I am Judy, Donald. Ask me anything that only Judy would know.
Donald turned away. He thought for a moment. And then,
All right. If you can answer this, I might believe you. What was the number of the room in the hotel where we spent our honeymoon?
709.
Donald couldn't believe his ears. He asked other questions, more personal questions. The bent old woman answered them all correctly.
Now will you believe me?
It's horrible. Horrible. Why?
The ringing of the telephone interrupted Donald's exclamation.
Hello?
Don? This is George, down at the station. You and your wife have a quarrel, old boy?
Why, no. What makes you ask?
She's down here waiting for the 3:10. Bought a ticket to New York. Now, I don't mean to pry, but...
Donald hung up. He spun around, facing the wrinkled woman.
You say you're Judy. If you are, you'll follow my instructions. Do anything I want?
Anything. Anything.
Donald led the old woman to a closet. He opened the door.
Hurry, there's no time to lose. Perhaps it isn't too late. I have a plan, but I've got to lock you in this closet. Will you let me?
If it will help, Donald, of course.
Donald closed the closet door on the old woman and locked it. He pocketed the key and ran from the house. He cursed the traffic as he sped downtown in his car.
She must be Judy. She must be. No one else would have been able to answer those questions.
It was 3 o'clock when Donald reached the station. He spotted Judy's familiar figure sitting in the waiting room. He walked up to her. She looked at him blankly, without recognition.
She doesn't know me. It is true. It is true. This is Judy's body, but Judy's back home in the old woman's body.
Suddenly, a desperate, mad idea crashed into Donald's mind. He stepped up to Judy's body and snarled.
So, you're running away, Judy. So you can't face the fact that you have cancer. That you're going to die in 2 months.
Huh? Cancer? Die?
Go ahead. Run away. You think you'll spare me the grief of watching you die, eh? All right, if that's the way you want it.
Answer? Die? What have I done? I've got to get it back. Get my body back. Ampto, Argo, Radimo.
Suddenly, Judy's body, seated on the bench, stiffened. Then the color drained from her cheeks. She slumped forward.
Judy! Judy!
What happened? Where am I? Oh, Donald, darling, Donald. I've got my body back. She's given it back.
Come on, we've got to get to the house.
Donald and Judy sped back across town. They rushed into the house. Someone was hammering on the closet door. Donald took his gun from the desk.
She's in there, Judy. Locked in the closet.
What are you going to do, Donald?
I'm going to kill her, Judy. She's evil.
I've got to kill her or she'll do this horrible thing again. No one will miss her. We'll bury her in the cellar.
Donald emptied his gun into the closet door. Then they opened it. The old woman was dead. They carried her body to the cellar and buried her.
It's better this way, Judy dear.
Yes, Donald.
No, kiddies. My story isn't over. Not yet. The end came about 6 months later. One night, after Judy and Donald had gone to bed, Judy had a terrible nightmare. She heard the old woman's voice uttering those strange words. When she awoke, yes, Judy found herself buried in the cellar. Dirt filled her toothless mouth. Pressed against her beady eyes, she pushed up into the cold, fresh air.
She's taken my body again. She's done it again.
Judy, now in the corpse of the old woman, stumbled up the cellar stairs. Bits of rotten flesh fell away as she moved through the house to Donald's bedroom.
Who's there? Good Lord!
It's me, Donald. Judy. She's taken my body again. Kill her, Donald. Kill her and set me free.
Donald went for his gun. The decayed, foul-smelling corpse of the old woman followed him to Judy's room. Donald flung open the door. The body of his wife, Judy, was dressing frantically.
Got to get away before he...
Kill her, Donald. Shoot her. Shoot!
The gunshot echoed through the dark house. Judy's body slumped to the floor. Then the corpse of the old woman tottered and collapsed.
Judy! Judy, where are you?
Suddenly, Judy, now repossessed of her own body, gasped as she passed away.
I'm here, Donald. I'm where I belong.
Judy! Judy!
Well, there's a weird little tale, eh? But there's a lesson to be learned, kiddies. Don't make fun of that strange old woman who comes begging. You might find yourself in her shoes. Oh, by the way, you can have back issues starring me, the old witch, and my host, the Crypt Keeper, if you want them. Just read the Crypt Keeper's corner in this issue. This is the Vault Keeper saying, bye now.